Welcome back to online physics class, dear students. So in last class already we started electrostatics. So in case of that electrostatics, already we come to know that in case of charges, there are basically two types of charges are there. One is positive charge, another one is negative charge. So now in today's class we will discuss what are the basic properties of the charges. So these are all the basic properties of the charges. Now we'll understand that basic properties of charges one by one here. So look at that first property. Like charges repel each other, whereas unlike charges are attract each other. For example, like charges means between that positive and positive charge repulsive force is exist, or between that negative and negative charges also repulsive force will present. Between that positive and negative charge there exists a attractive force. Hope you understand that first point here. Like charges repel each other, whereas unlike charges attract each other. So second property. So charge is conserved. So basically we know the meaning of conserve here. So charge is conserved means charge can neither be created nor be destroyed, but we can transfer the charge from that one body to other body. In last class we know that methods of charging. So charging by friction method, conduction method and induction method. So in that method we are transferring the charge from that one body to other body, from that glass rod to silk cloth, or from that uncharged body to a charged body, like that. So in case of conservative of charge means charge can neither be created nor be destroyed, but we can transfer the charge from that one body to other body here. So third one. Charge is additive in nature. What's the meaning of that additive in nature here? So charge is additive in nature means total charge on the body is equal to sum of the individual here. So what is that? Charge is additive in nature here. Total charge on the body is equal to sum of the individual. For example, so this is one object or this is one body. On that body 6 coulomb of charge is there and 4 coulomb of charge is there, and for example plus 2 coulomb of charge is there and minus 3 coulomb of charge is there. So then what is the total charge on this body here? So from that additive nature of the charge, so charges are additive in nature means total charge Q is equal to Q1 plus of Q2 plus of Q3 so often Q of n. So from this property Q1 means for example minus 6 coulomb, Q2 is plus 4 coulomb and Q3 for example this is plus 2 coulomb and Q4 so that is minus 3 coulomb here. So then what is the total charge on this body here? So minus 6 plus 4 so that is minus 2 plus 2 0, so that is minus 3 coulomb here. What is the total charge on this body here? Total charge on this body is minus 3 coulomb. So from this property, so charge is additive in nature. What's the meaning of additive in nature here? Total charge on the body is equal to sum of the individual here. So next property is charge is quantized. So it is a special property. What's that? Quantization of the charge here. So quantization of the charge is nothing but a charge on the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge on the electron. What's that quantization of the charge here? Quantization of the charge refers to charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge on the electron. So what's the meaning of that charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge on the electron? So for example this is one body. I want to calculate what is the charge on this body. So charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge on the electron. Q is equivalent to a plus or minus of n into E. What is that quantization of the charge here? Charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of charge on the electron, where n is integer here, where n is integer, E is magnitude of the charge or magnitude of the electron. What's the value here? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb here. So in case of the charge, SI unit of charge is coulomb. So what is the SI unit of charge here? SI unit of charge. SI unit of charge is coulomb. What is the SI unit of charge here? SI unit of charge is coulomb. So what is that quantization of the charge here? So quantization of the charge is refers to total charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge on the electron here. So Q is equal to plus or minus n into E here, where n indicates that integer, E is the magnitude of charge. Magnitude of charge is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb here. So coulomb means SI unit of charge is coulomb. What's it? Dimensional formula. So it's a dimensional formula from the current. Current is equal to rate of flow of charges. So charge Q is equivalent to I into T. So ampere time. So what is the dimensional formula for the charge here? Dimensional formula for the charge is ampere into time. So in case of that basic properties of the charges, we are discussing quantization of the charge here. So from the quantization of the charge, we come to know that total charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of charge on the electron. What's the physical meaning of this statement here? So from the quantization of the charge, I said that where n is integer, it means that so in order to transfer the charge from that one body to other body, half of the charge will not get transferred. For example, in order to transfer the charge from that one body to another body, so 1 coulomb of charge, for example, one charge is moving from that one body to another body, two charges moving from that one body to other body, half of the charge will not move from that one body to other body. So that's the physical meaning of quantization of the charge. Total charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge over the electron. So from this formula we can able to calculate that, for example, if the body is said to be charged by positively 1 coulomb, then how many electrons are removed from the body? For example, this is one body here. So this body is said to be plus 1 coulomb. So this body is said to be plus 1 coulomb here. In order to say that charge on the body is plus 1 coulomb, means it should leave the electron, means electron should be loses from this body. So how many electron it is losing? So in order to get the charge as 1 coulomb here, so charge is 1 coulomb. So in order to get the charge as a 1 coulomb, how many electron it should lose here? So Q is equal to plus or minus of n into E. So where n is equal to Q by E here. So Q value is 1 coulomb. Charge on the electron 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. 1 by 1.6, that is 0.625 into 10 to the power of 19, or it is nothing but a 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electron. So if the body is said to be positively 1 coulomb charge, how many electron it should lose here? So it should lose that 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electron. If the body loses this amount of electrons, then the body is said to be charged 1 coulomb here. So did you get my point here? So in case of that quantization of the charge, we got that equation Q is equal to plus or minus of n into E. So from this formula I can able to calculate that if the body is said to be positively 1 coulomb charge, how many electron it should lose it. So in order to make it as a charge plus 1 coulomb, how many electron it should lose from this body? It should lose that 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons here. So hope you understand here. So for example, in case of that quantization of the charge, for example, from the body, for example, 10 to the power of 9 electrons are removing each second. For example, one object is there. From that object, each second 10 to the power of 9 electrons are removing. Okay. So from the body, how many electrons are losing in 1 second? In 1 second, 10 to the power of 9 electrons are losing here. Then, in order to make it as a charge of 1 coulomb, how much time it will take? So look at the question here. So body loses 10 to the power of 9 electrons in 1 second. In 1 second, it loses 10 to the power of 9 electrons from that one body to other body. So for example, this is body A and this will be a body B. So in case of that one, in each second 10 to the power of 9 electrons are moving from that body A to body B. Then how much time will it take to deposit the charge 1 coulomb on the body B here? On the body B, how much charge should get deposit here? 1 coulomb. In order to deposit the charge as a 1 coulomb, how much time it will take? How much time it will take to deposit the charge of 1 coulomb on the body B? So in 1 second 10 to the power of 9 electrons are moving, means how much charge is moving here? So Q is equal to N into E. Okay, so where N is 10 to the power of 9. Charge on the electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 here. So what's that Q value here? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 10 coulomb. How much charge is moving here? Q is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 10 coulomb. So how much time will it take to move a 1 coulomb of charge? I need to determine that time taken by the charge to move from that body A to body B. How much charge is moving here? 1 coulomb. In order to move the charge 1 coulomb, how much time will it take? 1 coulomb divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 10. So it is equal to 6.25 into 10 to the power of 9 second here. How much time will it take here? In order to move the charge 1 coulomb from the body A to body B, how much time will it take here? 6.25 into 10 to the power of 9 second here. In terms of years, if you calculate that value in terms of years, so in terms of year means 365 days, 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. So if you calculate nearly 3.1 into 10 to the power of 7 here. 365 into 24 into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So 31 into 2. So 2 into 10 to the power of 2, or it is nothing but a 200 year. So look at here, such a large quantity here. In order to transfer a charge from that body A to body B, how much charge is transferring here? 1 coulomb of charge is transferring from that body A to body B. In order to transfer 1 coulomb of charge, how much time it will take here? 200 years of time it will take. So in case of that charges, in case of that macroscopic aspect, it doesn't have that meaning here. So in order to transfer the charge 1 coulomb of charge from that one body to other body, how much time it will take here? 200 years of time it is taking. So in a macroscopic object it's a meaningless, but in a microscopic object it will be considerable. Hope you understand here. So in case of that quantization of the charge, so quantization of the charge is nothing but a total charge over the body is equal to integral multiple of the charge on the electron. And last one is charge is invariant. So what's the meaning of that charge is invariant here? So charge is invariant means, so in order to transfer the charge from that one body to another body, it won't get changes here. So charge is invariant means due to motion of the charges, it doesn't changes any value here. So that is charge is invariant. So charge is invariant means, so in order to transfer the charge from that one body to other body, so its value does not get changes. So that is, we can call that charge is invariant here. So what are the basic properties of the charge here? Like charge repel each other, whereas unlike charge attract each other. Charge is conserved, charge is additive in nature, charge is quantized, and charge is invariant. So these are all the basic properties of the charges. So did you get my point here? So we'll move for that next concept here. So that is detection of the charge. So how will you detect the presence of the charge? In order to detect the presence of the charge, we'll do an experiment, that is gold leaf experiment. What's that experiment name here? Gold leaf electroscope. So what is that gold leaf electroscope here? Gold leaf electroscope. So in case of that gold leaf electroscope, so gold leaf electroscope is a simple experiment which determines the presence of charge as well as polarity of the charges here. What is that gold leaf electroscope here? It is a device which is used to determine the presence of charges as well as its polarity. For example, in order to detect the presence of charge, it will consider it consists of one glass chamber here. So to this glass chamber, it is fitted with one metallic rod here or glass rod. So this one is glass rod here. At the end of this glass rod, I will attach two leaves here, L1 and L2. These leaves are made up of a gold here, and this is at another end I will provide one disc here. For example, this is one charged body. For example, when charged body is touches with this glass rod, then what happens here? This excess amount of charge is transferred from this charged body to. So this one is charged body, I said. So excess amount of charge is transferred, charging by conduction method here. Charged body is contact with the metallic rod here. So or this one is glass rod. This one is glass rod. Excess amount of charges are transferring from that charged body to a glass rod here. These charges is resides on the leaf L1 and L2. On the leaf L1 and L2, here similar charges are deposited here. Here also positive charge and here also positive charge. Because of that similar charges, these two leaves will get repel each other. So from the basic properties of the charges, like charges will repel each other, I said. So because of that purpose, so there exists a deviation or there exists a more kind of separation between the leaf L1 and L2. So from this separation between the leaf L1 and L2, we come to know that so there exists a charge on the leaf L1 and L2, and these charges are similar charges. Why? Because there exists a separation between these two leaves, means there exist a similar charges. So if there exist a dissimilar charges, for example, if it is positive means, if it is negative means, there will exist a attractive force between these two leaves here. So from the gold leaf electroscope experiment, so it is used to detect the presence of charge particle as well as the polarity of the charge particle. So in order to consider the presence of charge particle as well as the polarity of the charged particle, we will use that gold leaf electroscope experiment. From this simple experiment, we come to know the presence of charge particle as well as the polarity of the charge particle. Hope you understand here. And so related to that electrostatics, I said, so electrostatics means it is the branch of physics which deals with the study of force between the static charges